Hey guys, Ricardo here, aka Raftel Rick, with a new monthly segment, or as much as I can do it. But basically, I'm trying to expand my horizons with mangas. I'm picking up new mangas, reading the first volume, and based on that first volume, I either like it or I don't. And if I do like it, it might become a more like a weekly, like this one actually might become a weekly review. The Promised Neverland Volume 1, entitled The Grace Field House. So the author is Kayu Shirai and the artist is Pozuka Demizu. Apologies if I did not pronounce that correctly. I tried my best, but that's all I got. But to start off with them, man, before we get into the actual plots and details, because remember this is a review, so spoilers ahead. Um, they do a great job, dude. They go hand in hand, man, left and right. The artist, first of all, I'll start with him. He does a great job in his panels. I think they're very minimalist. I love it. The colors he uses, black and white, the way he shades it, it's creepy. Like you get the vibe of like you're in this orphanage that's creepy and all that. So it's crazy. He does a great job. I love his color panels because the color he uses are awesome. Can't say enough about those. And yeah, so he does a great job. So if you love manga art, you will definitely love this manga for sure. And onto the author, man, he does a great job just in the dialogue and and excuse me, the dialogue and the characters and getting that same kind of he like the artist obviously portrays that through his art. The author portrays that through the plot, through the characters, through the dialogue, and he does a great job, dude. There's a couple plot twists in the first volume, and it's awesome, man. You wouldn't even expect it, even though you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think about that. So, a funny thing, in the first page of the volume, he actually mentions um, for the Promised Neverland fanatics, the foreshadowing in the art, which actually I didn't catch as I was reading it because I was just into the story. Other, but he does a great, like I said, he does a great job. Can't say enough about them. Yeah, let's get into the actual story and plot. So, spoilers ahead. Uh, so the story is basically about these kids in an orphanage that turns out is not your regular day-to-day orphanage. It is a farmhouse, if you could think of it like that, where basically they take these kids, they raise them there up to a certain age, and then they ship them out so they become food basically for these demons. It's crazy when they reveal that. You're like, what? But such a great storyline. The way they reveal it's awesome. And yeah, so they're once they find that secret out, two of the characters find that out. They run back and they concoct a plan to basically get everybody out, man. Get everybody out. And the way it plays out is great. The characters are great. Um, that's about it, really, about the plots that I know so far after Volume One. I just know that they're in an orphanage. They found out a secret that these demons live out there that eat them basically. And Emma will be our first character we talk about, who's a great character. She's a female protagonist. Awesome, awesome character. She has great qualities. And one of her best qualities is she actually does not want to leave anybody behind because she doesn't want to leave anybody behind because she don't want to see anybody die anymore. So she's a great character. I'm glad they put her in as a protagonist. She's she's a little bit younger than the other two characters, which I'll get into in a second. But overall, her character and in the story is very important, and they do a great job with her. So yeah, she's definitely the main character. A little bit naive, which comes into play Norman and Ray, who are more like the level-headed guys. Um, Norman is basically fond of Emma. He wants to make sure that her whatever what she wants, which is get the kids out. He wants that to happen for her. He doesn't want to see her like sad or in failure or anything like that. I don't know if he likes her or he's just fond of her, but anyways. So yeah, he's a cool character. He's very strong and fast. I think he's smarter than Emma, but I think the smartest is Ray, who was another character who's also level-headed. I did read a couple chapters past volume one, so like apologies if no, I better not talk about them just in case. 'Cause I can't recall, but Ray's a good character. Uh, so these characters are great. Definitely, the main characters do a great job of portraying that that sense of like you're a kid, you're there with them, you want to get through it with them, but ultimately you're a kid in the story, and which moves me to the adults of the story, which are two fascinating characters, very creepy. That they're adults. They are the main mom, Isabella. Dude, I, They reveal that she had the number on her neck, so that means she's one of the kids, but I don't know how she got out of that. So it's really interesting story going on so far. So I love the characters. She's a great character. Like she's, I guess she's the bat character because at the end she's there talking with the grandma who you only see her mouth, sitting at a table with a bunch of demons. So she's tied to those demons in some way. I'm not sure why she's doing it yet, but she's a creepy character. And there's some scenes where like she's like, she's just like burying over them, and like you're like, oh damn, you feel that, you get that sensation too. Like she comes off as very, I don't know, I can't describe. She's like creepy and over like she knows she's one step ahead all the time. So great character. I can't wait to see how that plays out. And lastly, Crone, who's introduced at the very end of this volume. She basically is brought in by mom to basically help her out and oversee the kids and find out who the kids found out that the demons are out there. So, she's a creepy character as well. Like she has very creepy facial characteristics, and she's a big woman, very strong. So like the kids have no way of overpowering this woman. There's no way. But they did actually end up beating her in a race, I think. So good stuff. The characters are great. Can't say enough. Check it out. Give this 4 out of 5. Man, this is just in the first volume, man. This is a great. Like I said, the hype was behind it, and it's true. I can see why they're saying that this one might be the next great thing. So yeah, go check it out. You can buy it digitally on Viz or the Viz app or the Amazon Kindle app. You can get it on um, published, paperback. You can get it Amazon, Viz, going to Barnes and Noble, same thing. So yeah, check it out, man. That's all I gotta say about this manga. Hope to have another segment up. I was gonna do Dragon Ball Super, but I actually want to read the Promised Neverland and catch up to the chapter the current chapter, because I think I might want to review this week to week. So we'll see how that plays out. Otherwise, check out in a couple weeks for my next review of Dragon Ball Super Volume 1. Thanks for watching, guys.